After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
7 yards there and a first down.
And I have to think that the Ravens are going to continue to find ways to get J.K. Dobbins the ball, and even more in the passing game this year. Just 18 catches as a rookie a year ago. Would not be surprised to see that number at least double in 2021.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Sammy Watkins, his second touchdown on the season. And the Ravens draw a bit closer.
Well, for Sammy Watkins, we saw plays like this from time to time in his Kansas City days, and he's still making them here with his new team, the Ravens.
And that should serve as a big warning to this defense. They know now that they have to stick close to these receivers because they have the ability to break games wide open after the catch, and that one wound up in the end zone.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive.
And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
He was looking for Albert O. Albert Okwuegbunam was the target there,
and it's 3rd and short. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That good for 19 and a first down. Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Tackle made by Tyus Bowser. Bridgewater finding his big receiver Patrick over the middle. Through one corner, 14-7 our score. The Broncos on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. On 3rd down, here's Williams. Yeah, Williams is going to be stopped short of the yellow line. He did not get there. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. That's caught left side by Judy. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Ravens have got it. So they tried it. Not only did they not get the first, they fumbled it away.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it went from bad to worse, but I know that everyone's going to pile in on the call and say, well, what are you doing? Why would you go for it there? I think that teams that are convinced that they feel pretty good about their game plan, what they want to get done, that they'll go for it. Give it a try. hey, let's see if your defense can rescue him a little bit.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Bridgewater. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Play action now. Bridgewater.
That's going to be caught by Jeudy.
Touchdown!
Jerry Jeudy.
His second touchdown on the season. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions, and they're a PAT from going up 21-7.
Yeah, very impressive the way that they've moved the football. Full command of their playbook, full command of the way they wanted to attack.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
And this one incomplete, threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free, and there's another example, another incompletion.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10.
He'll swing this out to Dobbins.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down.
They'll run with Dobbins.
And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. A good run, 8 yards there, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Some good strong running right there, some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal?
Dobbins once more.
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
3rd and goal, Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Nick Boyle, his first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have cut it to within a score. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Deontay Spencer on the return from his end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. Williams is going to have the first down and a little more. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Outright, this one goes to Patrick. That catch good for only a couple. Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 31-yard line. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw, eluding the pressure right. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Tim Patrick with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Broncos will extend their lead. Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half. And that'll give us momentum going into the second half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Oh, for the third time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. This is Hamler on the receiving end. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. From the 31, Bridgewater. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Throw to the right here to Gordon. And he'll get nothing out of that one. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. On 4th down, Sam Martin is on to punt for the Broncos. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
Oh, boy, he fielded it right on the goal line.
So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return.
And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And with only 9 seconds remaining and not much time, we'll see how they play this. And they'll run the option to start the drive.
And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. So we're at halftime here in Denver with the Broncos leading this one. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. And this will be a touch. As that sails over the end line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Trying to go back to Watkins, and it's 3rd and short.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it, doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
On 3rd and 1, Jackson.
That ball caught. It's Mike Andrews, the tight end. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A little surprise pays off on 3rd and 1. Pass instead of run. Gets him 15 yards. And Jackson throwing once more.
He'll dump this off complete to Dobbins.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 34. Jackson.
That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively. And 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jackson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive.
And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now it's a bootleg with Bridgewater.
Throw right side is going to be caught by Judy.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
A first down throw for Bridgewater.
And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
Something of a rare incompletion. Remember, Charles, last week under 50% throwing the football. That's what he was, but he has turned that around in this game.
Last week was commonly known as a fluke. For him to be under 50%, not normal, not the usual. But to be up over 80%, that's extra time in practice, and that's throwing with extra confidence as well.
54 is mark. 54 is mark. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Bridgewater.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Another nice decision there by Marcus Peters to go for the football, and he comes down with it yet again. Since coming into the league in 2015, no one has more interceptions than Marcus Peters. He's averaged better than 5 per year.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Jackson throwing on target to Brown. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 12-yard line. 12 yards the pickup there, good for a Raven first.
And Marquise Brown is definitely a guy who can take the top off of a defense and make the big catches downfield. Also known as Hollywood, now in his 3rd season from Oklahoma, wants to make more catches like the one we just saw there, the routine variety.
This will be caught once again by Brown. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Hollywood, Marquise Brown. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens draw a bit closer. Tucker with the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown.
Ravens 21. Justin Tucker, the kickoff.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Deontay Spencer on the return from his end zone.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. From the gun, Bridgewater.
That's out to the flat for Gordon.
And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Now Gordon on first down. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Off the play fake, Bridgewater. Flushed out right.
This is the tight end Fant. Bridgewater to Fant. First down, Broncos.
And if Noah Fant keeps making catches like that, it might not be too long till we say he's one of the top 5 tight ends in football. When he was drafted, that was the expectation.
They'll run on first down. Gordon.
Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
On second down, Gordon once more.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 5.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Broncos on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Bridgewater. He'll get this one to Patrick. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. To throw is Bridgewater. Caught on the slant. Touchdown, Broncos. Jerry Jeudy, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Broncos might be headed to the win column for the first time in 2021 as they add on to their lead.
Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Escaping the pressure right. Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
The dynamic duo is doing damage in this one, and they've certainly been on point throughout. And they hook up again for another big play.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 20. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Play action now. Bridgewater sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That time he was looking for Jerry Jeudy,
but it's going to be second down. Bridgewater. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
The Broncos on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 10. They'll throw again. Bridgewater. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
The former first-round pick Kareem Jackson there defensively. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. From the gun, Jackson. And this is caught. It's Brown. The 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Ravens have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch.
And talk about a quick answer. This looked like a missed assignment. You'd think someone would be able to rein him in after he makes this catch, but he's so slippery in the open field, he's able to take it all the way to the end zone.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. They'll try and grind some clock with Gordon. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That time he was looking for Jerry Jeudy,
but it'll be second down. Play fake. Bridgewater.
And that's checked down to Gordon.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. Throwing, Bridgewater. This is Gordon on the dump off. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That catch good for only a couple. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Bridgewater now. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
And it's caught. Touchdown. Tim Patrick, his 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game.
And the Broncos might be headed to the win column for the first time this season as they add on to their lead.
McManus's point after is good, and the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Jackson to throw.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Tackled by Derek Wolfe. Remember, he used to be on the other sideline with Denver.
Throwing here, Bridgewater. Eluding the pressure right. Completes it to Fant on the right side. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49. A gain of just 2. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Now Bridgewater. Flushed out right. Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second.